Guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Well, it's the first live stream I think I've done in like over a year now. So I thought I'd do a live Chelsea review. So I'm just going to wait for some of you guys to jump into the chat. If you want to talk about yesterday's game, you're more than welcome to. Arsenal Vlogs, how's it going, mate? How's it going, man? You alright? If you are new, don't forget to subscribe and hit the thumbs up. Jody Mob, how's it going, man? You alright? Just thought I'd do a live stream for a change. I haven't done one for absolutely ages, probably about a year since I've done one of these, so a bit rusty. Neither can I, mate. Honestly, it's come to a shock that we've beaten Chelsea by 1-0. I mean, who would have thought? Who would have thought? Last 30 seconds. Tyler, I'm good, mate. How's yourself? Morning, man. Morning, how's it going? All right. If you are new, don't forget to go along and subscribe. Chris, NFC, good win last night. Oh, mate, absolutely fantastic. I'm buzzing. Like, I can't actually believe we're beating them. Like, with 30 seconds to go. I mean, who would have thought? I mean, we had 2 shots on target all game. 2 shots on target, and Bruce has worked his magic yet again. Nice one, mate. Nice one. Good. But, honestly, like, Chelsea were very wasteful yesterday, I have to say. I thought they were very, very wasteful. Jody Mob, great day yesterday. Back to defensive stand. Yeah, grabbing. Well, that's what I mean. That's what you've got to do. You know, in the Premier League, you've just got to try and find a way to win, and that's exactly what we've done. You know, I thought Chelsea, like I say, they play how they normally play, which is to go on the attack, and they didn't really take their chances, and we took our big chance at the end, and we've scored with Isaac Hayden. Oh, your mate's a Chelsea fan. Well, at least you can rub it in for at least a week until our next game. I was heavily impressed with how much Joe Linton usually. To be fair, he missed an absolute sitter in the first half with that header, but then again, you could argue that was quite quick as the ball came in. Brucey's boys doing the North East proud. Yeah, he's doing really well. I mean, he set up a really good team yesterday against Chelsea, which I thought was good enough to get at least a draw. I would have snapped your hand off for it, but to be fair to Bruce, he's done well in the last sort of 2 or 3 months, the way he set up the side. And you can't fault him for really having a go. And sometimes you've got to give him credit where it's due. Chelsea have struggled against defensive teams this year, and we exploited that in the dying seconds. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was a fantastic cross into the box, first time by Lance Maximin. You can tell that we've missed him because he's got real quality, and you can't deny his quality. So I mean, Chelsea, they had their chances. They had one off the corner of the crossbar, but apart from that. I mean, Dubravka, he does what he does, he keeps you in the match. What's that? We are going to play Everton with some confidence now. Everton won't be easy on Tuesday. They're a decent side, obviously, under Carlo Ancelotti. They did beat at St James's 2-1, but that's not to say that we can't go to Goodison Park and get something, because we've done it before where we've gone to Goodison and we've managed to come away with points. So it's not a game that, we're kind of sort of get anything from, and given what happened yesterday, with us, anything's possible. I would say Dubravka is one of the best keepers in the top 6. I think he's a top 6 goalkeeper, no question. He's one of our best goalkeepers at the football club. He's probably one of the best in the league, to be fair. He's very, I would say he's definitely underrated, Dubravka, in my opinion. And we got him for, what was it, like £4 million or something like that? Unbelievable, what a steal. You're going to go for a 2-2 draw. That wouldn't be the worst result, down at Everton. As I've said before, if we can keep building up the Premier League table, that's what we need to do. It's all about building and moving forward up the Premier League table. That's what we've got to do. Because at this moment in time, everything's so tight. A couple of defeats, then you're down there. A couple of wins, then you could be laughing. You could be talking top 7. That's how close it is in the Premier League this season. By the way, if you are new to the stream and you've never seen me before, don't forget to hit that like button. That would be massively appreciated. Also, put your comments in. Let's chat all things Newcastle and the game against Chelsea yesterday. And yeah, I want to know how he's feeling this morning. I mean, you must be absolutely buzzing. I'm still nearly losing my voice. You're going to go 2-1 against Everton. Lascelles makes a big difference. Yeah, he does. He defends really well, doesn't he? I mean, I thought Kieran Clark had a man of the match performance, I would say, yesterday. Would you not say? He's definitely underrated, I would say, Kieran Clark. I've always rated Kieran Clark at the football club. He's the only reason why he doesn't get so many games is because we've got that many centre-backs. you're going to go for a win against Everton. I mean, it's going to be a tough game. Everton are a decent side. I don't want to underestimate them. Carlo Ancelotti obviously needs some players in the door. But after beating Chelsea, then anything's possible. I think, to be honest with you, I think the Premier League this season is very poor. I think the quality is poor. I think anybody can beat anybody. You take Man City, you take Liverpool out of the equation, everybody can beat everybody. You went in 2-2. Like I say, you never know with us. I mean, we did take the lead last season and ended up drawing 1-1, but it's not to say that we can it. If you are new, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. It's just down there somewhere, or subscribe in that if you're new. That would be massively appreciated. I'm going to be streaming probably for the next hour or so, so you can get your questions into us if you want. I have got also vlogs. You've got Chelsea on the week, haven't you? Like I say, I think they'll be wanting to respond after that, especially that late sucker punch of the 30 seconds to go. Yeah, everyone, let's shout out Arsenal vlogs. If you are watching, please don't forget to go along and subscribe to his channel. He's an Arsenal fan. He does a lot of Arsenal and MK Don's vlogs, so if you could do that, that would be appreciated. So Arsenal vlogs on YouTube, search it up and just drop a cheeky sub. I hope Newcastle sign Jetro Willems after his loan move expires. I hope so. His injury yesterday, his knee injury, didn't look very good. He'd be out for anything up to 5 to 6 weeks with that. Could be longer, but I hope I'm wrong. I really do hope I'm wrong. The lad just needs a bit of luck. Hugo, how's it going, mate? Welcome to the chat. Amazing win, definitely didn't deserve it, but not going to. Nah, the thing is, we didn't play our best game. Defensively, I thought we played fantastic. I thought we were solid, but offensively, we could have done better. We were giving the ball away far too cheaply at times, and we were giving Chelsea, all of the space in the world to go on and potentially, get something. And sometimes in the Premier League, it doesn't matter how crap your side is. You've just got to try and find a way to win. You've got to stick in there, and that's exactly what we've done. So in our case, it's a case of we stayed patient, and if you stay patient, you will get a chance. And something will fall for you. So in the last 30 seconds, something fell for you. You've got to gamble sometimes, a bit like what Hayden's done. And you put the ball in the back of the net. And Chelsea would make it pay. But that's what I mean. We are built, on defending. We've got to defend. That's what we've been known for the last 4 seasons, I would say. Especially under Rafa Benitez. He built that. And Bruce is following on from that. And that's what you've got to do. Where do you think our weakest part of the team is, and who should we sign? Definitely up top. We need a striker. For me, we're lacking all over the pitch in terms of goals. I mean, Joe Linton's got 1 goal all season. The rest of them haven't scored. St. Maximin, he's a winger. He's scored 1, but it's not enough. Almiron, he's starting to, bang in a couple of goals now. And but your strikers have got to score. Joe Linton's a number 9, and to only score 1 goal the first sort of 6 months of the season, that's not acceptable. We need more than just that. I mean, we're going to have to dig into the window, at least try and get a loan, if possible. You surprised that Max played the whole game? Yeah, I was quite surprised, to be fair, because he's just come back from an injury. I thought he was probably going to come on in the second half, given what he's been through. But that was a fantastic cross into the box. Absolutely unreal. And that was just destined for someone to get their head on that. But then again, left back, I mean, Steve Bruce has just been playing the likes of Kieran Clark there. He's been shifting his squad, so we might be okay. If he's not out for too long, we could probably get away with it. But up front is where our problem lies. We need a striker as soon as possible. Someone who's going to actually help out Joe Linton. Because at this moment in time, we're not doing enough at the other end of the pitch. And yeah, we got away with it yesterday, I'm not going to lie. But at the same time, it's called being clinical in the Premier League, and that's what you've got to do, to get results. Opinions on Emil Kraft? It's a tough one because yesterday I thought he got a bit outrun at times. I think Willian was having him on toast until he got substituted. I think you're going to have to be patient with him. He's obviously new to the Premier League, Swedish international. He's going to get used to the pace of the Premier League, but it's not going to come, overnight like it's happening right now. I'd say he's okay. He could do better. I think Richie's better than Jetro at left wing back. I love him. For me, he's like a right winger. I would say he's definitely a right winger slash midfielder. Someone who you can make something happen. From nothing, and that's what you need. You need someone like Richie to try and get you forward. Doubt we'll sign a decent striker. They win maybe a loan, but that's what I think it's going to be. We need a loan of something between now and the end of the season because. Where we're going to get the goals from? That's my question to the Newcastle fans. Where else are we going to get the goals? Because your strikers have to be putting the ball in the back of the net. It's not quite happening. Guys, if you are new, please don't forget to go along and subscribe. Help us out. Hit the thumbs up as well. We've got 4 likes so far. If we can keep smashing that like button, that would be massively appreciated. It's just down there. So if you just hit the thumbs up for us, cheers. I'm going to be on for at least an hour and try and talk to you and try and talk the match. Shaw is an interesting one because he does like to put himself about, doesn't he? He likes to get himself up the pitch. That's what he's been known for anyway. Piatek wants Champions League football, so I guess that's the end of that. Yeah, he'll not come to Newcastle, unfortunately. If he wants Champions League, you can't see it, personally. We've been linked with that Lazaro, I think, from Inter Milan. Maybe. I mean, his agent was at the game yesterday. It's a possibility for a loan deal. Do you think that we'll get Joe Bowen or not? I think we could get him in the summer, providing that nobody else gets him in the January. I think if we offer him good wages and Hull don't get promoted, then it's not out of the question. He's a quality striker. He's one of my favourite strikers in the Championship. I've been watching him for the last 2 or 3 years. He can finish. He's got the experience. Probably not as quick as JB Vardy, but he's experienced at that level. But he needs to make that step up now. To midfield, that we see him to get bossed on midfield isn't good. Yeah, we do tend to get outrun at times, but it was sort of expected yesterday against Chelsea. They've got quality players such as Kante. Barkley came on towards the end, and he was trying to get Chelsea ticking, but it just wasn't coming off for them. But you're always going to get that chance if you can defend very well and stay solid throughout the game and stay patient. You will get a chance, and that's exactly what happened yesterday. It wasn't a case of Hull won't sell Bowen this month. We would love to. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hull will probably be wanting anything up to 20 million for him, and I don't think we're going to actually pay that sort of money. I'd be shocked if Mike Ashley does open the checkbook and pays that, but you're better off getting him in the summer if we can stay up and if Hull don't get promoted. If Hull get promoted, then I don't think we'll get him because he'll be wanting to do well for Hull in the Premier League. But if we stay up and Hull don't go up, then he'll want to make that move to the Premier League because he's too good for the Championship, in my opinion. He scored double figures last season. He's doing so well this season. And for me, he's a promising England international striker. And if we can get him on the books, then I think he's somebody who can get with the goals to potentially move on to the next level. I'm not saying in our top 6, but potentially top 10. He needs to make that step up now. I think playing in the Championship, it's not his level anymore. I think he's too good for it. Who's that? Robbie Stevenson. Hi, mate. Welcome to the channel. Fantastic result. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. I mean, we didn't play our best game yesterday. I didn't think we attacked them enough. We defended very well, very solid at the back. Everybody gave their role, and that's all we ask. We ask for a team that tries, and that's exactly what they did yesterday. And they left nothing unturned, and we scored a fantastic header. And the keeper had absolutely no chance. And sometimes in the Premier League, as I've said before, you've got to gamble. You've got to take an opportunity if you get one. And that's exactly what Hayden's done. And we've come away with all 3 points, I would have thought. Alan Whelan, how's it going, mate? Welcome back to the channel, mate. If you are new, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. It's just down there. 5 likes, so keep doing it. I'll read out your question now, mate. Who do you think we should sign? Well, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because the January window is very tough. You just don't know who we can get. Because if you want somebody's player, they hold the aces. So if you want to go buy a striker like Jared Bowen, Hull are going to put the price up because they know that you're desperate. It's a real tough one. I'd probably say that Lazaro, we're probably going to have to settle for him because a couple of weeks of the window, you can't see we're actually buying anybody. Let's have a look. Yeah, it could be. It all depends. Who's this one? Tyler, I think we should either have Sean or Matty Longstaff replacing Shelby in the starting 11. I thought Shelby, I think he looked a little bit tired yesterday. I think it's because he's obviously been out as well, so it does have a knock-on effect. Let's have a look at this one. We need Alfred Morelos, someone who does it in the Tin Pot League, needs to step up in the gas. Yeah, I totally agree. Like, I think the Scottish League's quite easy, to be fair. I mean, it's not difficult to score in that league, is it? I mean, given his talent, the only problem that you've got with Morelos is he's got a bit of a temper, but he's aggressive in a way that he wants to win the ball, he wants to get forward, and he wants to be positive going forward. That's what we need. That's what we lack. You know, we've got St. Maximin. I thought he was fantastic yesterday, trying to get forward, but Chelsea were never really going to give with that. They're never going to give her that chance. If you are watching, please hit the thumbs up. That would be massively appreciated. 5 likes, come and smash a bit more. Subscribe as well. Hit the subscribe button just down there. So any video that I release, you'll never miss one. Hit the notification bell as well. We are very close to 2,500 subscribers. 9 away. So if you could be one of those subs, that would be massively appreciated. So like I said, 9 away. 9 subs away. Can we get to 2,500? That would be brilliant. Hit the thumbs up. As I say, it's free. And you'll never miss any videos from myself. So like I say, I think we rode well luck at times yesterday, but you've got to find a way to win. Stephen Scott, Morelos would get far too wound up in the Premier League when he comes up against good defenders. Yeah, like we can't afford red cards, in our side, that's true. I mean, if he was to pick up a red card, then obviously we're knackered, aren't we? And we're trying to replace him. It's a risk, but sometimes you've got to take risks, in the Premier League. And who knows? It's not out of the question that we can't, sign him. Brad the lad, welcome to the stream, mate. Hit the thumbs up if you're new. Subscribe and all that good stuff. That'd be massively appreciated. We're just talking about yesterday's game between Newcastle and Chelsea. I couldn't be bothered to do an actual review, so I thought I'd do a live review and talk to you, about the match. And Isaac Hayden as well with a header. I mean, brilliant header. Great goal. What do you make of that cross by Alan St. Maximin? Let us know down below in the comments. Did any of you go to the game? Let us know. And what you're thinking about Everton on Tuesday as well. Everton coming up. See if there's any comments in here that I haven't replied to. Chris, you put Mike Ashley needs to suspend the cash. Yeah, I do agree. Like, we are struggling up the top end of the field, should I say? Do beg your pardon. I mean, we are lacking goals big time. That's my real concern because yes, it was a fantastic result against Chelsea, but you do worry like long term. If we have any ambitions of top 7, top 10, are we going to manage that with the current squad? Because with Joe Linton, I thought he was unlucky with his header, but if you look at the whole season with Joe Linton, he's not really cut it for me. He's not really done enough. And then, yeah, he scored against Rochdale and that, but it's Rochdale. I mean, I'm not... David Waller, transfer news. Absolutely nothing. I hear that Lazaro's agent was at St James's Park yesterday. Whether he's going to sign for the club on a loan, that remains to be seen. I will keep you updated on the channel. He does look like a promising prospect, with obviously Inter Milan signing the likes of Ashley Young over this window. But at this moment in time, we haven't signed anybody. What a shock. Brad the lad, what do you think? Do you think we'll go down? I don't think we will. 29 points from 23 games played. I think so far that's a great return for us. 11 points, I would say, off the safety mark. We've just got to keep pushing on. That's all we've got to do. I mean, you can never tell where we're going to finish between now and the end of the season. The league is ever so tight. We're only, 5 points off the European spots. So, a couple of results, you could be laughing. If we get a result against Everton, Norwich at home, and Burnley at home, and with a win against, Oxford, we could be talking 35, 36 points after about 25, 26 games played. So we could be laughing at that point. The Premier League it's hard to predict this season. I mean, if you take, like I say, Liverpool out of the equation, everybody can beat everybody. It's just poor. You're seeing the likes of Man City drawing what was it, 2-2 against Crystal Palace. They're dropping points left, right and centre. Scrolling through Facebook, the account of criticism Joe Linton gets is appalling. He is the type of striker who just holds the ball up well. He won us a corner, which won us the game. I do have to give him a bit of credit for that, to be fair, because when we got that thrown with Alan St. Maximin, he puts in Joe Linton in, and he doesn't really have to shield that for a corner. You know, he could have just maybe done something stupid like he has done all season, but no, he wins the corner. To be fair, he probably should have scored with a header. But you've got to put yourself about the pitch, and Joe Linton, for me, he's not a striker. He's not a number 9. For me, he's not a number 9. He's more like a winger, sort of / number 10, I would say, possibly. He's not the quickest. He likes to put himself about, but for me, he's not a natural number 9. I think that number 9 shirt has to come under review at the end of the season, because he's just not putting them in. I think Bournemouth, Aston Villa and Norwich will go down. Oh, it's a tough one, because Norwich, at one point, they look gone, but they've given themselves a chance with that win against Bournemouth. It's a hard one to say, really. Norwich, you probably would say, but I don't know. Bournemouth, something tells me I think they might get away with it. Villa, yeah, I think they could go. They don't really look very good. But then if Villa do go, I think Jack Grealish will leave. He'll not stay at Villa. I know he's a Villa lad and that, but... Chris, NUFC, do you think Steve Bruce is doing a better job than Rafa or not? This season, I would agree and say yes. But then, I would say in Rafa's defence that he had a tougher run-in than what Bruce has had, especially at the start of the season, which would have knocked the confidence. This season under Bruce, we're not playing the best football, and I know Bruce has obviously admitted that, but we are finding a way to win. We're finding a way to put the ball in the back of the net, and sometimes that's what you've got to do. You know, I'd rather us play like that and win every week than play very good football, which I want to see we play, and end up coming away with, you know, a draw or a silly defeat. Do you know what I mean? That's the difference, and that's what it was yesterday. Chelsea can play some very good football, but if you don't put the ball in the back of the net, then you will be made to pay. Yeah, I thought the atmosphere was brilliant. 50-odd thousand in there yesterday. Fantastic turnout. You could see Burnley going down. It all depends on their game today against Leicester. I mean, Leicester did lose against, was it Southampton last time out? So if Burnley were to lose at home to Leicester, then yes, they're definitely in there. But it is a tough one to say who's going to go down at this stage, because anybody from, you could say anywhere from 12 downwards could go down, and you could put us in there as well. David Waller, what have you said? United's hopes of signing Krajstov, Piatek. I don't think he'll sign. He wants Champions League football, and we can't offer him Champions League football. Unfortunately, we're so way off the mark. We're not even in Europa League, man. Never mind Champions League. So, yeah, let's just say that one's probably not going to happen. If it does, it does, but I can't see it happening. Guys, if you're new, please don't forget to subscribe just below. Hit the thumbs up as well. We've got 9 likes, so if you could keep smashing that like button, that would be massively appreciated. It's free. And also hit the notification bell, so when you do see a video from yourself, you'll never miss one. I'm going to be talking for like the next hour as well about the game. You've got to go now. You subscribe, mate. Thank you so much for subscribing, man. That's really appreciated. Everyone who subscribes, you're always valued on this channel. I hope you all know that. Toon Black My Army. Have a great day, man. Brad the lad, who will finish top 4 for you? Manchester United, Chelsea, or Tottenham? Oh, that's a tough one. Chelsea for me would probably be. I would say Chelsea will get top 4. I think they will turn it around. I mean, yesterday obviously wasn't a fantastic result for them, but they've got a squad there capable enough of turning it around. They've got, you know, quality on their side. I think all in all, they will find a way of staying in that top 4. I mean, I know Man United have got the game today against Liverpool. I think Liverpool will win that, but it's. I think Chelsea for me. See if there's any more comments there that I haven't replied to. But there's quite a few, to be fair. Someone's mentioned Adama Lukman as well. Personally, I don't think we need him. That's not someone I really want, and I don't think he's really worth the price. I think they're wanting something like £22 million as a Borussia Mönchengladbach. I wouldn't pay that personally. I don't think he's really done enough. He was at Everton, and if he wasn't good enough at Everton, then what makes you think he's going to be good enough for us? You know what I mean? What makes you think he's going to be good enough for us? Just put my camera. So like I say, guys, if you haven't liked the video, please hit the like button. Subscribe as well to the channel. Hit the notification bell and all that good stuff. I'm sure I'll do some more live streams between now and the end of the season if you do enjoy this one as well, where I just interact with you guys. Guys, who was your man of the match yesterday as well? I thought mine was Kieran Clark. I thought Kieran Clark had a fantastic game. You know, at centre back, and he's definitely underrated, I would say, at Newcastle United. Kieran Clark, everyone. What do you think? What's this? Carson, what you just said there. Love how humble and genuine you are. Just a normal bloke in front of a camera who loves his team. Yeah, exactly, mate. I'm just a normal fan like everybody else. I'm no different to any Newcastle United YouTuber. I'm no different to any other fan that supports any other club. I'm just open and honest and just say it as it is. And I'll not change. Like I say, I like interacting with you guys. I think you guys are what drives my channel on. You are the guys who make this channel what it is today. So without yous, you know, I'm nothing. And I think it's great just to talk to, you know, other Newcastle United fans and get your opinions. Because like I say, on my channel, your opinions do matter. And when you put your comments in down below, or when you're talking like this, I will always get back to you. Yeah, there was another comment as well. Chris, what do you say? We could get Champions League soon. I mean, very soon. Well, I don't want to get ahead of myself because we're such a long way off it. We need to spend big time. We need a quality squad. We've got individually good players, but I don't think we've got a squad full of a lot of talent. You know, you got Alan St. Maximin, but Joe Linton's not really firing at the minute. Almiron could be a very good player, which he is at the moment in time, but he needs to kick on. He needs to score regular. I think for now, I think we're just a mid-table side at this moment in time until we'll get a bit more quality going forward. That's what we're lacking. Liam, Kenny, what have you said? Joe Linton, Joselu, who's better for me? Joselu. Neither. I would say neither. I don't think Joselu, he was a waste of money. Another Cisco. Joe Linton at this moment in time. Another Cisco, another Joselu. Not really doing it for me. But I'll try and stay as patient as I possibly can with Joe Linton, but the season where I will judge him will be next season, because if he goes through this whole season and he only scores one goal, then I won't be happy with that. Like, a number 9 should score more than one goal. No offence. So, let us know down below in the comments, guys, if you were actually at the game. Let us know. You thought Fernandes was man of the match? I thought he played well. I mean, he did have a chance with a free kick in the first half, which he just put over the crossbar. He should probably get that on target, I would say. He was unmarked, but when the ball's coming in as quick as that on a free kick, it's not easy to try and generate the header on target, but he probably could have done better. Maybe that's just me being critical, but that's just the way I am. As a United fan, I'm expecting us to lose to Liverpool. However, I hope we don't get absolutely humiliated. I don't know, because I watched the game at Old Trafford between Man United and Liverpool, and I thought you should have won the game. I thought Liverpool were poor. But Liverpool this season, they find a way to win, and that's what you've got to do. You've got to find a way at least getting the results, even when you're not playing the best football, and Liverpool have done that all season, where there's times they've not played their best football and they've come away with at least a point. And they haven't even lost a game all season, so it says it all. You thought Miggy was man of the match? He had a chance towards the end before we scored when he curled one across to... I think he was trying to go for the top corner, but he somehow picked up Maximin. Then he obviously teed up Joe Linton, who puts it wide of the left-hand post. But I would have to say it has to be Kieran Clark. I thought he didn't put a foot wrong. I thought he defended when he had to. He, put his body on the line. He was getting balls out. He was clearing things. He was communicating. And I've seen a real shift in Clark this season. And we are built on our defence. And Chelsea obviously couldn't live with us at times, but there we go, it happens. Guys, if you are new, please don't forget to go along and subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up just down below. It's free. And drop your comments in, and I'll be chatting for probably the next half an hour or so about the match. So if you've got any questions that you want to talk to us, don't forget to do all the following at the bottom. I'm just going to fill my juice up, okay? I'll be like a couple of minutes. Right, so I've had another question. Do you think Lazaro is going to sign? I think so, judging by his agent being at the game yesterday. If Inter Milan are willing to let him go out on loan, then I think that's probably a good deal for us. I don't think we're going to sign anybody on a contract like we did last season with Miggy Almiron, and I don't think we'll really do the January market, to be honest with you. We tend to do the summer window, which I think is probably better because you've got a bit more time to get players in. You've got time to get them on contracts, and it helps you to build for the season. Whereas January, a lot of the clubs tend to hold the aces, like Hull City, for example. We want Jared Bowen. If we really want him, and they know that we're desperate for him, they're going to put the price up, and we're going to have to try and shell out the money. But I think in the summer, when his contract could be up, then he's going to be on a free. But then it's how much we give him in terms of wages. Is it going to tempt him to come to St James's Park? I like to think he will sign in the summer. I am willing to stay patient, but then again, it's Mike Ashley. I don't know. I think Lazaro could sign, but it's a matter of being patient this window with whoever we are linked with, because we are linked with here, there, and everywhere with players. What's this? Do you think we will spend big again this summer of the month? If we stay up, then we should sign enough quality, I would say, to try and push it up for the top 10. That's what we need to be doing. We need to be building. So say, for example, this season we'll finish mid-table. Next season we need to be looking to finish in the top 10 and then sort of building from there. But we seem to go back on ourselves. The league is ever so competitive. I think we will, regardless. I don't think we'll go down. I think we've got enough quality in the squad to stay up. What is it? We're 7 points clear or something like that now. So, we're doing all right. What about the top 6? Like I say, I don't think we will finish top 6, but I like to be proved wrong that we can finish possibly in the top 10 because the league is ever so tight. I think at this moment in time, I'll probably take where we are, and if it means we're going to build for next season, then it's not a bad thing. But as you said before, the table is ever so tight. We win a couple of games and results go in our favour, then we could be, talking top 7. Because teams like Tottenham, they're dropping points. And like I said, if there's exception of Liverpool, I think everybody else is just poor. I really do. They can put us in there as well. We lose games where we should win. And we've had games where we should have won and we've lost. Whereas Liverpool, they're the most consistent side in the Premier League this season. We've got Oxford on Saturday, and that'll be a tough one. I mean, a League One side, top end of it, doing really well, having a good season. I don't see why we shouldn't be beating Oxford at home. The manager's decent. He's got a good pedigree in the Football League. But I don't want to underestimate them because I think they're a good side, Oxford. But we should be talking to the top, the fifth place, the 5th round. That's what I'm talking about. Let's have a look. Brother, who do you think will win the FA Cup? Newcastle will win the FA Cup. Newcastle will win the FA Cup. I've got to have a little bit of confidence in the side. Why not? Probably not, but it'll be probably one of the top 6 sides. But while we're still in the FA Cup, Newcastle are going to win the FA Cup. It's Newcastle's turn. Bruce is taking it seriously as well. So then again, we can actually afford now to have a good cup run because we're on 29 points. You know, we've got a 7-point gap on Aston Villa, who are in 18th place. If we beat Everton on Tuesday and get 32 points, then why not? Like, you know, we can afford to have a run in the cup. We can afford to put out a good side. Williams signed on a permanent. Yeah, like I think at the end of the day, he's had a good season so far. What do you think the score will be against Everton? I'll probably say a draw. Even though we beat Chelsea, I'll take a draw down at Goodison. If we can get 30 points before the FA Cup game, I'll take it. Do you think Liverpool will do the treble? Could do. It's quite possible. I think they'll win the Premier League. I think that's pretty much wrapped up now. Champions League, hey, they're still in for a shout. They could do it again. Obviously, the FA Cup, they've been using their kids and they've been proving everybody wrong that they can still do it with kids. So, it's not to say they can't. I tell you what, mate, I'd love a Newcastle versus Liverpool final and just to do them in the FA Cup. That'd be brilliant. I would just love to see Newcastle lift the FA Cup. Let's have a Chris. Can you see us getting to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup? Yeah, like why not? I mean, you know, we've got Oxford on Saturday. Beat Oxford, get a kind 5th round tie. Then you could be laughing. You really could be laughing. We could get to the semi-finals of the FA Cup and get to Wembley. You know, if Hull City can get there, if Wigan can win the FA Cup, why can't we? You know, we're currently on 29 points, right? We can afford to have a cup run. You know, with those good 3 points against Chelsea yesterday, we've given ourselves that bit of freedom now just to really express ourselves in the cup. You know, I think we're in a good place. We really are in a good place. I mean, like I say, we're 12th place, 29 points. Get a draw against Everton, 30 points. You know, let's have a run in the cup. Let's have a go, because you know we've been known for bottling it, which you know I'm not gonna lie, we are bottlers when it comes to the cup competitions. But Bruce is a cup man. I'm not expecting we to win the FA Cup, but whilst we're in it, we've got to give ourselves that bit of confidence that we can. You know, Mickey wants to win it. He's basically come out and said that, you know, we are good enough. We can't do something about it. We can change it, but who knows? 4-2 against Everton. Honestly, right, if we can get 3 points away to Everton, mate, I'd snap your hands off of that. If we can get 3 points at Everton, that'd be fantastic. I mean, if we can hit 32 points before the FA Cup, even 30 points with a draw, that would be great. As long as we don't get beat, I'll take a draw down at Everton. It's not an easy place to go. I mean, their stadium's a bit of a shithole, to be fair. I hope there's any Everton fans watching, but they need a new stadium. I mean, I didn't like Goodison Park at the best of times. I was actually there at Goodison when we beat them 1-0 with Ben Arthur. That was a good day. Chris, what have you said? Yes, we should get a League One team again in the 5th round. Well, Northampton are still left in it. I mean, Cardiff and that, I think they played, was a Carlisle, was a 4-3 or something like that. If we can make it through against Oxford, which, let's be fair, we should be, but then it's the FA Cup, anything can happen. The 5th round, if we can get maybe a bottom end Premier League side or a Championship or, you know, a League One or League Two side, then possibly, I mean, we're in with a chance. I mean, when Newcastle United, you know, we never know when we're defeated. So, I mean, at this moment in time, we're in a good place. You know, Bruce is getting the best out of the lads, and so far, he's proven me wrong. And I think all fans want to be proven wrong throughout the season. When he came in, I don't think anybody really wanted Steve Bruce. I think because we had Rafa in and he was doing such a good job in the way he was just shafted out the door, fans obviously didn't welcome Bruce given his track record. But for me, it's not about the past. I think now it's about looking to the future. That's what we've got to do. We can't live in the past. Just got to keep moving forward. That's how I learn. Liam, what have you said? Yeah, what do you think Miggy's going to get to? I can't read that. You're going to go 3-0, Miggy's going to get 1. Possibly. I mean, I thought Miggy had a quiet game yesterday. I don't think he played his best. I don't think he was really in the game as much, but that's because Chelsea didn't really give him enough time on the ball. And that's because we were defending for a lot of the game. Like Bruce said in his press conference yesterday, we didn't really threaten Chelsea as much as we should have done. We didn't work the ball very well going forward, but defensively, fantastic, and we've got a stroke of luck. Just Boy 13 says, well done, Newcastle. Cheers, mate. Yeah, it was a brilliant 3 points for the lads yesterday. I'll take that. I mean, I would have taken a point, but Newcastle played to the final whistle, and that's exactly what you've got to do. Play at the final whistle and see what happens from there. We've managed to walk away with all 3 points. I'll take it every day of the week. Guys, if you're new, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up just down below, please, and subscribe. I don't know how many subscribers I am away now from 2,500. If you can let me know down below in the comments. Actually, I don't think you can, actually. I think they've taken that off. I think at the start of the live stream, I think I had like 9 subscribers away from 2,500. So if you could sub, that'd be massively appreciated. So just press it just down below there. It's free. In any video that I drop, you will be notified as well if you hit the notification bell. Yep, Steve Bruce has to be given credit. Our next game, Liam Badger, our next game is definitely a winnable one against Norwich. Well, we've got to do Everton first. Everton away, I think that is winnable, but I'd take a draw from it. And then the next home game in the Premier League yet is at St James's against Norwich, winnable for me. And then after that, I think it's Burnley. I think we've got like a week off with the international break. Beat them too. Yeah, you could be talking top 7. You know what I mean? Let's have a look. I'm just going to go comment by comment. I heard Mike and Steve Bruce had a transfer meeting the other day and everything went well. What do you think? I think there is funds there, but Bruce said he's not going to spend for spend's sake. Like, he wants to get players in that are going to give a quality, and I think that makes sense. Like, you don't want to just sign somebody if they're not better than what we've got. If we can get somebody in like Joe Bowen, possibly, which I know is probably not going to happen this window, then I'd be buzzing with that, but we'll have to wait till January if we stay up. It's going to be tough, like I've said before, like all the teams, the clubs just say, you know, if you want their player, they hold the aces, they'll put the price up because January you're desperate. We need a goal scorer. I mean, you guys didn't deserve the win, but were well done. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, I wouldn't say we deserve. Well, it's hard to say if we deserved it or not. I mean, we only had a couple of shots on target. I think a draw was probably a fair result. You had your chances, but you didn't take them, and unfortunately, that happens. I think it's a little bit of karma, really, from last season when we didn't get our points down at Stamford Bridge. Martin Dubravka, 93 saves. Oh, he's unbelievable, Martin Dubravka. For me, a top 6 goalkeeper, hands down. Someone who's very underrated, and he's kept us in so many games. If it wasn't for Dubravka, we could easily be at the bottom end of the league. Easy. David Waller, Newcastle United's hopes of signing Piatek. Like I've said before, mate, I don't think it's going to happen. If he wants Champions League football, then I don't think he's going to want to sign for Newcastle. He's signing for the wrong club because we're built on potentially Europa League, trying to get top 10. We're nowhere near Champions League. The only way we're going to sign good players, right, and get into the Champions League is if Mike Ashley gets off his big fat arse and spends money like he's never spent money before. That's not going to happen. Just Boy 13, same team for the next game. Yeah, like, why not? I mean, obviously, Williams picked up an injury, unfortunately, yesterday, a knee injury, which wasn't great. I think he could be ruled out for the next few weeks. Yeah, like, why not? I mean, Richie, I thought, played a very good game. I expect nothing less from Richie. Fantastic leader. If it wasn't for Jamal Lascelles having the captaincy, I would give it to Matt Ritchie. He's a talker. He likes to get forward, doesn't he? He likes to make something happen. He likes to cut in as well. Yeah, I didn't see why not. Who would you take from our squad, Chelsea at Newcastle? Who would I take? Ooh, I'll take Kante, to be fair. I'll take Kante, but play him up front. Kante, and just hide him up front and just go for it. Liam Kenny, you're back. Welcome back, mate. Just Boy, you've subscribed, mate. Thank you so much. Everyone that does subscribe or anyone that's part of this channel, you are valued and your comments will be read out. And honestly, thank you so much. It's always massively appreciated. Imagine if we get Europa League, it would be mental. Mate, I would take Europa League every single season. Everybody complains about, oh, don't want the Europa League. Oh, I'm an Arsenal fan, I'm a Chelsea fan. Or, oh, I don't like European football. Mate, I would snap your hand off for Europa League football, for Newcastle to be playing Benfica or whoever every Thursday night. I would take that every single day of the week. I miss those days of going to St James's Park and watching Europa League football. I did have the experience of watching Champions League football back in the day. But then, in my lifetime, will I ever see Champions League football again? I don't know. Probably not. But I don't know. It was an interesting. It's an interesting thing to bring up because under Mike Ashley at this moment in time, it's once in a blue moon. Let's have a look. Comments. 2 years, possibly. It's about building. Really, that's what you've got to do. Johnny Harewood, hi mate. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Feel free to join in the comments. Let us know what you thought about the game yesterday. A fantastic 1-0 win against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Who would have thought? At St James's Park. I'm caught up in the hype. Caught up in the hype. 3 points on Tuesday. It's not out of the question. Everton are a good side. It's going to be a tough match. I can't remember what the Everton score was yesterday. If someone can let us know down below in the comments, did they win? I can't remember who Everton played, but I'm sure it's going to be a tough game regardless. Can anyone let us know who Everton played yesterday? Did Everton win? Well, he's got some big money for new. Yeah, that's it. I mean, we just need to spend. I mean, if we can get something done this January, I'll take it. Oh, yeah, they did. They drew 1-1 with West Ham, didn't they? Yeah, they had to come back from 1-0 down. I mean, we did lose 2-1 at St James's Park only a few weeks ago, so you do have to remember that. They did hit one the counter-attack a couple of times. We'll have to be wary of that, and they are decent at Goodison Park. But that's not to say that we can't get something down there. On the road, we can be very hitty-missy, I would say, if you agree with that. Actually, let us know down below in the comments if you're going to Everton. But then again, we've always had a bad deal with the refs. The referee. I think the referees in the Premier League got shit. I really do. I think they're really shit. Honestly, I think the referees are shit. Like, what's the point in VAR if they don't use it properly? Oh, we're only going to the monitors as of yesterday's matches. Like, you've had all season to do that. Baffle me. Like, they're honestly the bafflers. Brother lad, I think it's clear for everyone in the world that thinks Liverpool will beat us today, but do you think we will win versus Burnley on Wednesday? Well, have a little bit of faith. I mean, it's Liverpool. It's a big game for you lot. I know it's probably not the same anymore because I don't think your quality is there with Liverpool's anymore. I would probably have to say. But, hey, never say never. Liverpool, obviously they're going to win the league. There's no question about it. But if Man United show up, then you just don't know. You just don't know what's going to happen. You really don't. Burnley, though, I think you'll beat Burnley. You beat them at Turf Moor, so why not? Would you take Willian from Chelsea? Yeah, definitely. Every day of the week. Willian has just got that all-round pace where he just cuts in and he can cause a problem. And he was causing Kraft an absolute nightmare yesterday, I have to admit. But when Bruce took him off, I don't think he was getting as much joy, but the longer we were giving him joy up the end of the pitch, then I think Chelsea were going to score. I thought Abraham missed an absolute sitter yesterday as well. I don't even like VAR. See, I do like VAR. The only problem I've got with it is it takes too long, and the referees should have a chance to use the small monitor to judge what they believe is the right fitting for a decision. Why should Stockley Park have to use their decision over a referee when the referee is in charge of the match? I don't agree with it. Do you like Bruce? Because personally, I like him and we are doing well. A top 10 finish could be a possibility. Do I like Steve Bruce? I've got nothing against the man. At the start of the season, I didn't want him. I'm sure 75% of the Newcastle fans didn't want him because of Rafa Benitez, what he built at the club, and how he was turfed out, and I thought that was wrong. But Steve Bruce, to be fair, he's doing the best with what he's got with the squad. The squad seem to like him. Richie came out the other day and said that the fans were probably harsh in the summer. I probably was, to be fair. So I'll probably put my hands up to it. We all say things in the moment, but there we go. He's doing well with what he's got and he's getting results, and that's all he can do. I think he said he's not going to be won over overnight, but he knows that he needs to keep, pulling out the results like he is. Top 10, yeah, is a definite possibility, mate. It is a possibility. Yes, but mate, possibly. Let's have a look. I wasn't sure about Bruce, but he's doing okay. Yeah, he's doing better than everyone thought. I was actually pleased the referee at Norwich used the VR monitor. But that's the point. Like, the VAR monitor should have been used long before this. Long before it was used in the FA Cup. It should have been used back in August when they brought out VAR, because VAR worked in the Champions League final. It worked throughout the Champions League. It worked in the Europa League. And the Premier League, that's why there's so many problems, man. Because The referees are too scared to use it. It's there for you to use if a decision that you can't see has gone unnoticed and the linesman's seen it or something like that. I don't know, but they need to do something with it. Liam Kenny, what do you say? My dad would never forget that when he'd done, even if he won the league. The thing is, like, our club, I would say our expectations every season are just to stay in the Premier League, which is pretty damn well boring, really, if you ask me. But that's not to say that we can't compete for top 10, you know what I mean? I think the league is quite poor. Anywhere from Man City downwards, because everybody this season, apart from Liverpool, are losing games. They're dropping points left, right and centre. We are picking up points against the so-called top 6 sides, which we do anyway. But when it comes to so-called the worst offsides, you know, the relegation for our teams, we end up getting beat or we draw where we shouldn't. Like Burnley, for example, away. After Everton is Norwich. Yeah, I mean, if you look at our fixtures, so we've got Everton on Tuesday, right? That is winnable, but I'd take a point from it. But then if you look at Norwich, then at home, we should be expected to beat Norwich. That's 3 points in the bag, really. And then you look at the game after that, it's Burnley. I think we've got a break. Possibly we could get another 3 points in that. You could be laughing if results go our way. VAR needs time. Yeah, I do agree with that. I do agree. VAR could save you today, but it's been going to Liverpool's favour this season. Guys, if you are new, please subscribe down below. Hit the thumbs up as well. It's just down there. It's free. Also, if you want to see any more videos from myself, hit the notification bell as well if you do subscribe. And if you do subscribe, that will be massively appreciated. You are welcome on this channel. I'm going to try and do as many live streams as possible. I want to try and make that the aim this year as well, because I don't think I've done enough last year. People are not fair on their managers. They are doing their best. I think Steve Bruce, like I've said before, he's doing well with what he's got. Mike Ashley, he's going to be the same with Steve Bruce like he has been with Rafa, like he has been with Chris Hughton, like he has done with Pardew. He's not going to change his ways. It's always going to be buy for less and sell on for more. And that's just the way it is, isn't it? Supporting this football club. But I guess we'll just have to live with it and get on with it. And hey, what else can we do? You know what I mean? We are the club. You know, we are the badge. Mike Ashley is not above us. We are the fans. We love this club through thick and thin. Lazaro saying, I think possibly his agent was at the game yesterday, but we'll have to wait and see on that. But it is looking quite possible that Lazaro could be signed on loan from Inter Milan to Newcastle, which would be, I don't know too much about it, but to be fair, I'm not going to come on here and say he's an absolute world beater. We have Arsenal away soon. Hey, that's a winnable game. Arsenal having a bit of a shocking season, to be fair. I mean, we're the 10th in the league or something like that. Possibly. Johnny, you've got to go now, mate. Thank you so much for coming into the stream. I'll speak to you soon. The referee is never on the same side at Newcastle. See, I think the referees in the Premier League, I think they're poor. For the standard of the league, they could be a lot better. And now that they've got VAR, I just don't think they do enough. I don't think they're strong enough. And they make some dodgy decisions. And when you think that VAR should be there to help the referee, VAR's made them look stupid at times because they haven't always made the right decision. They've just let somebody at Stockley Park make the decision on their behalf, and you forget that they're even a referee. So you'll be back, no problem. Mike Dean refereed his 500th game yesterday at Arsenal. He did, and he's still handing out yellow cards as normal. Shock horror. Do you still do FIFA 20 live streams? I did one for the release, and it didn't do as well as I thought. I might possibly bring them back, but I'm in no rush to do it. If you want to see some FIFA live streams, I'm sure I could do some Newcastle United and things. But I enjoy playing FIFA, but I don't often do like live streams, not as much as I used to. St. Maximin is the best thing. He's quality leg, isn't he? I mean, he's got the experience of the Champions League. He's got pace. He's lightning quick, and he can make something happen. And he uses his head quite a lot as well. I mean, if you look at that corner kick yesterday at the very end when it's cleared, all he does is instead of pissing around with the ball, he just hoys it in and just allows somebody in a Newcastle shirt to gamble on it. and just get in the box, and Hayden's at the right place at the right time, and he beats Kepa, and will win the game 1-0. That's just gut instinct by St. Maximin, because he's got that experience at the top level of football. He's got with a win because he knows exactly what he's doing, and that's what we've paid for. You know what I mean? I think so far he's definitely our signing of the season. Has to be, hands down. The one sign that we've made. I mean, if you look at some of the players that we've got, I mean, I'll get rid of a few. I mean, the striker situation at the minute, I mean, you've got Mutu, not good enough. Carroll, not for me. Yeah. He's like Ben Arthur. Yeah, he is. He's very, very, very similar to Ben Arthur, but I think he's a lot quicker. He likes to take players out of the game, he tricks, skill, all his fancy stuff. I mean, it's what you expect. Adam said, I would love us to sign Jarrod Bowen. See, I would take Jarrod Bowen. I've been a big admirer of that lad for the last couple of seasons, and it's only came to people's attention this season. I think if we ought to sign him, we have to stay in the Premier League this season, and Hull are not to go up. And at the end of the season, I think his contract runs out. So it's how much we're willing to give him a week will depend on what destination he's going to make in the summer. But I hope it is Newcastle, because the lad is too good for the Championship. He scored double figures for Hull. Is it last season? I don't know how many he's got this season, but it's quite a few. And he's their better player. But 20 million for me, I think that would be a quality buy. Even if we were to get him now for 20 million, I still think we've got ourselves a good deal there, because he is somebody who could actually put on the number 9 shirt and do it. I think Joe Linton at this moment in time, I don't want to sound harsh, but I don't think Joe Linton's a number 9. I think he's more natural number 10 or a winger. I think for Hoffenheim, he was playing more like left winger position. So for me, I just don't think he's number 9 personally. That's just my opinion. I don't know what you think down below in the comments. You should do a Pez really good. See, I'm not really a big fan of Pez, to be fair. I've always been a big fan of FIFA. But then again, even that's getting shit now. Let's have a look in the comments. Alan St. Maximin can be the next Eden Hazard. Well, if we don't waste him and we get quality up front, if we can get a couple of strikers in, and they put themselves about, because I don't think Joe Linton puts himself about enough, especially at the top end of the pitch. You see him a lot in the centre of the park, or on one side or the other side of the pitch. You don't see him in the centre trying to gamble like what Hayden done yesterday. Could possibly, but it all depends on the quality that we buy, either this window or next window. But if we're just going to stay static, then St. Maximin's going to put balls in, but they're going to be useless because he's going to have no one to, to get on the end of it. If we will on Saturday, we will be round 6. Oxford, I think it's going to be a tough game. It is going to be a lot tougher than Rochdale. Plus, against Rochdale, we had the advantage of knowing how they play, because we should really have beaten them down at Rochdale, but it's St James's Park. We knew how to respond. And this time it's a one-off game again against Oxford. Now it's at our place. I think we need to get revenge. I think that's the big word I use in this game against Oxford on Saturday, revenge. Because they beat with 3-0 in the same round a couple of years ago under Rafa Benitez. So I think we need to make sure that we're better this time. And we should theoretically get into the 5th round, but in the FA Cup, surprises do happen, shocks do happen in Oxford. They'll have a game plan on Saturday, how they're going to play against us. And even though it's a League One side, people say don't play your strongest side. I think we have to. If we want to take the cup competition seriously, Oxford are no different to anybody else in the Premier League because it's a cup game. Do a reaction to Lazaro. If we sign him, then yes, I will do my reaction as normal. That won't change. If we do sign him, it's going to be a loan deal until the end of the season with an option to buy, I would say. Don't question us on that, but that's kind of what happens. Unless you're Antonio Baraka and you play 5 minutes and never come back. But I think it's going to be an interesting one. I still think we are in the market for a couple of strikers, but I don't think we really want to be paying over the odds. The January window, honestly, it's tough. We don't know how much we're going to be spending, and if we're going to spend it at all. I mean, Steve Bruce keeps saying that this plate's spinning, but so far they haven't smashed. So we are still in the window. Do you think we are going to win the Euros? We've got a chance, while we're in it. But my dark horses to win the Euros are actually Belgium. I think Belgium will win the Euros. If England don't win it, I would possibly say Belgium. I think Belgium have been the rising country of the last sort of 4 or 5 years. You know, De Bruyne, Lukaku, you know, the Hazard. They've got players that can make a difference. You know, on the day they've got quality. You know what I mean? You had Spain who had their golden era, you know, around 2008, 2010. And now I think it's Belgium's turn to potentially win something. If it's not England this summer, I'd have to say Belgium for me, personally. France, yeah, they're the defending, obviously, champions of the World Cup. So they do tend to, you know, go on and win it. You supported Newcastle United for 10 years. Well, like I say, in those 10 years, what have I witnessed with Newcastle? Europa League, relegation. Yeah, nothing's really changed. Let us know down below in the comments if you want to see a live for the Oxford game on Saturday. Let us know. Netherlands are your dark horse. Netherlands, they've been doing really well. They've done well in the Nations League, I think it was. Something we should really have won, but there we go. England doing in England. Not winning anything. Shock. But yeah, it'll be an interesting one. What's going to happen in the Euros? I think it's open to everybody, really. England, it's not out of the question, but I think we'll have to win the Euros. If we don't, I think Gareth Southgate has to go, personally. Are you going to do a match preview tomorrow? Yes, I will be doing my match preview tomorrow. It will be out in the afternoon, so stay tuned for that. It'll be a video these I look forward to, of course. And then obviously we've got the quick thoughts for the Everton game, and then I'll possibly do a review as normal, or I might just do a live one, you know, if you enjoy the live ones. Let us know if you've enjoyed the live stream as well down below in the comments. Also, if you're new, please don't forget to subscribe. It's just down there. Hit the notification bell so when I do release a video, you never miss one. Put your comments in down below. And please hit the thumbs up as well and smash it. We're on 18 likes, and can we get that up? That'd be massively appreciated. It's free. I remember 2013 when Newcastle played Benfica. Yes, same. We drew 1-1, but we lost over in Lisbon. Should probably really have got through, but there we go. Benfica, good side. I'll be watching you. Can't wait. Yeah, mate. It'll be out on Tuesday, tomorrow. I was actually going to do an actual review of the game, but I thought I couldn't be bothered. And I'll do it. I want to talk to you guys. It's been a long time, so thought why not. Lazaro, I don't think he's signed just yet. I think if he does sign, it'll probably be at the end of the week, or probably towards the end of the window. Rangers are Celtic. Rangers all the way for me. Love Rangers. Steven Gerrard's doing a fantastic job. Always love Rangers, you know, since I was young. Always had some quality players. Even when they went down, was it the 4th tier, which I thought was a bit harsh. Rangers are on the way back. They're going to win the SPL. Yeah, I'm doing good. Keep it up. Yeah, Chaz, mate. Like I say, I do try. That's all you can't do in life, is try and see where it goes. But no, honestly, Celtic, Rangers for me. Let us know if you were at the game yesterday as well. I'm sure it was a full house, big game. I'm a Rangers fan, and I've never felt as relieved in my life. I think Rangers are doing good this season. They're doing well in the Europa League as well. The one was it the other day in the Cup. So, you know, they're doing really well under Steven Gerrard. I mean, you can't do much more than these are doing. You reckon Joe Linton's turned a corner? His best performance yesterday for me, actually, in position most of the... I thought he had a better game. He did miss an absolute sitter with his head, but then again, he could argue that the ball was coming in quite quick from Fernandes when he whipped it in. Good header, got it on target, scored against Rochdale in the week. He still needs to score more goals for me. He still needs to try and make himself a bit more of a presence. I don't think he does enough of it, but he's doing better than normal. He's doing better than normally he has to, because he's the only striker we've got, because everyone else is out injured. Just shows how long Newcastle United have been in the Europa League when we've played Benfica. It was a good 7 years ago or something like that. It's just a case of under Mike Ashley, we're not going to get Europe unless we really do something in the Premier League, which is probably not going to happen. One player of Barcelona, what will it be for one player of what's that? So one player of Barcelona, what will it be for Newcastle? Can you expand on that? What do you mean by that? Do you mean what Barcelona player would be good enough to play for Newcastle? All of them. I'd happily swap our squad for Barca's. I don't think we'd sign any Barcelona player, to be honest with you. They'd be too expensive on wages. Well, we just don't have the money, do we? You know what I mean? If we can't get a championship player over the line, then what makes you think we're going to sign a Barca player? That's what I would say about that. Right, anyway, guys, I'm going to leave this here. I've been streaming now for about an hour. If you do like the stream and you want to watch it back, please don't forget to go along and hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And I'll probably see you all in the actual preview for the Everton game tomorrow. If you want to see more live streams, by the way, let us know down below in the comments. And yes, thank you all so much for being part of this stream this morning. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. And yeah, what a win against Chelsea the other day. What a win. What a fantastic header by Hayden. And it's just great that everybody's happy and everyone's got a good smile on their face and we can look to Everton, you know, with positivity and that we can get another positive result. You know, at this club, never ever say never. You know, we're always in the game and you got to play it at the final whistle. That's exactly what we've done and we've been rewarded for that. So, yeah, thank you so much for being part of the stream this morning. Like I say, if you are new, please don't forget to go along and subscribe. It's free. Please help us out. Hit the notification bell as well so when a video does release from myself, you never miss one. And you never know, I may be back with another live stream very, very soon. And yes, it is regular content on this channel as well. I am trying to get the matches again next season. I am boycotting all home games. That's why I haven't seen or haven't done any match day vlogs from St James's Park. I will be back next season, so don't worry about that. And I'll try to get to as many games as possible. But anyway, in the meantime, I love and leave yous. And I'll see you all in the next one. How are the lads?